Like you would ever need an excuse for working remote, but in case you do, here's a few. Your commute is absolutely gone unless you want it to be there. I actually prefer to drive to an office, but on the days that you just don't feel like dealing with I-35 or I-10, that's your choice now. I have multiple workspaces set up. Sometimes I like working out of a hotel, sometimes I like working out of the home, sometimes I like working out of the corporate office. Number 2, create an ideal work environment. This is essentially saying that you don't have to be jammed behind your employer's desk to get your job done. So I personally like my corporate office. I spend a lot of time in it, but also, as you can see here today, I'm in Biloxi Beach. I like to hang out in different environments. It allows you to think differently about problems. It allows you to creatively approach different stressors. It allows you to it's not just basking in inspiration, but when you come back to the boardroom, to a regular boardroom, you think differently about things. So you can creatively set up the workplace that you want. You can build this wonderful home office. If you have a bunch of kids running around, that's not the perfect one, but you could create a wonderful home office for yourself. You can build a co-working space, which is my next business endeavor, so nobody snag that one up. You can have different office spaces throughout the year, which is my plan here. Go to Honduras, go to Mexico, come back to the US, etc. Thirdly, travel. I'll be in Honduras next month for 3.5 weeks. We plan on being in Honduras for 4 months later this year. These are only things that you can do when you've untethered yourself from the desk. They're only things that you can do when you've set up the expectations that you're measured by deliverables and that you don't have to be sitting behind a desk just staring at your screen wondering what's going to happen until 3 p.m. If you want to travel somewhere, you're only going to do that when you're working remote. Number 4 is about creating a better work-life balance. Now, I got to caution you, that's not always true. It is easy when you're working remote to work a lot more. When you first get into your remote working environment, you're going to be tempted to over-demonstrate to your employer or over-demonstrate to your clients that you're getting things done. Or because you're so used to this habit of having to just be typing away on a computer, when you're first sitting in your preferred home office or wherever you're doing this, you're not going to know what to do with yourself. So there's this temptation to keep your hands busy. There's this temptation to think that you're not actually getting anything done because no one's staring at you. So number 4 here, you can create your ideal work environment. You can create your own work-life balance with this, but you have to really guard that. Now, when you do crack that nut, it feels amazing. When you realize that you can wake up early whenever you woke up, make some coffee, get some of your, swallow 2 frogs, your 2 important core tasks, and then go to whichever gym you like. Like I like jujitsu classes in the morning sometimes, or a gym when it's not as crowded, you're not rush hour gym. Man, that is brilliant. When you can shut everything down because you know you can get on early or work midday and then spend time with your wife at 7 p.m., that's brilliant. So I will say that's a double-edged sword. It's hard to nail this one down perfectly, but if you do it right, you have better work-life balance. Finally, number 5, you increase your professional opportunities, which yes and no. Yes, because you need to be a better professional, and this is going to happen when you start working remote, but no, because there's a lot of competition if you go on LinkedIn right now and you look for remote jobs. My suggestion to you is focus in on your niche and your skill set. Don't focus on a remote, but set up the relationship with your employer or ask them what their office policies are right now, and look for the ones that don't require you to be in the office all the time. They won't necessarily label those as remote because sometimes you're still attached to a state. This happens because of workers' comp laws. This happens because of bank accounts they have to have open in each specific state. But you will be a more versatile professional when you're capable of working remote. Also, you will be introduced into more clients and more prospective employers even when you're using that to go do travel and using that to go to different events or using that to bump into other professionals of your caliber to increase your network. So it is a broadening experience. It will widen your professional opportunity, but you have to be careful of that. You have to make sure you're not just getting in the trap of looking for the crowded channel, which is, what's remote work? If you go Google remote work, you'll find a bunch of terrible advertisements for viewing YouTube videos or doing social media, getting paid for it. So working remote will increase your professional capabilities. It'll increase the number of jobs you have available to you because you're willing to take something in California or you're willing to take something in Florida. But also there's a little bit more competition there if you're looking solely for remote work. So I encourage you to focus on the problems that you solve, look for employers that need that value add, and then just talk to them about the schedule and the expectations of where they want you to be. That's it, folks. Nomadic Chat. If you like this, hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.